Okay, so Horst, moving on now, we're going to be talking about the 49ers linebackers because the linebackers for the 49ers were ranked first. Now, I think that this has been one of the things that we've thought for a long time, that the 49ers were putting together the best linebacker room. There's been all the questions. Should the Niners trade Azeez? Should the Niners trade Dre? Should they just go through the year with the current group? I think it's safe to say they're going to go through with the current group. But what do you think about this linebacker group? Do you think they got it right? This is the number one linebacker room, of course, off-ball linebacker room in the entire NFL. Do you think it's right, or should they be a little bit lower on the list?
In today's football, yes, because with their speed, they cover so much ground in coverage. And I'm talking both starters because it's usually two linebackers in Greenlaw and Warner can both tackle well. Fred Warner, I think, is the best inside linebacker in football. And then Dre Greenlaw is an absolute stud. He's a freak, physical specimen. I think we saw it from day one. I remember watching his first preseason game with you, and he made about 8 plays in a row, and we were like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah, he flashed right away.
Azeez, I don't know if you remember, right away on special teams when he made the team, would fly down the field and make a play all the time when he strictly played special teams. Even Flanagan Fowles. Is it Fowles or Foles?
It's Fowles, yeah.
See, I get a little confused.
It was Foles, then it became Fowles.
Okay, Flanagan Fowles, I mean, the guy, it's not like their defense missed much of a step when he played.
Yeah, you're right. I think Flanagan Fowles, his first game in Horst against Chicago, it was bad. We did a film breakdown. You can go check that on here on Patreon.
Well, you and your counterpart watch a lot of film.
Yeah, we do. Just hours and hours, thousands of hours of film. Yeah. Him a little bit more than me.
Sometimes you don't have time for anything else when you're watching that much film.
That's true. I mean, ask Ron Jaworski. He would know. But Horst, Chicago film, not so good. But Flanagan Fowles put it together. When you're looking at this linebacker room, I have some questions for you about it because last year, Dre Greenlaw was injured most of the year. Azeez filled in very nicely, opposite of Fred Warner. But I felt like Fred never really was as comfortable as he was when Dre Greenlaw was playing next to him. When Dre got back for the playoffs, Dre played on base sets, and then Azeez came in, Azeez came in on base sets, and then when he get to the nickel, Dre stayed on the field. Do you think that's how it's going to stay? Do you think there's going to be more give and take where sometimes they pull Dre off and let Azeez, or do you think this is really Azeez's job to be able to play that position?
Right now, I still think Dre is clearly a better football player than Azeez. That's my opinion. But it's not like Azeez is terrible and Dre is way better. But I think there's some things. I think Dre is just a very instinctual player. He seems to read things and blow plays up in the backfield. He makes a lot more splash plays.
I like Dre Greenlaw a lot. I think Dre Greenlaw is the best tackling linebacker on the entire team. And that's saying something because of Fred Warner and how great it is. But I would even say Dre's the best tackling linebacker in the entire league. Like, that's how good it is. When he gets his hands on you, you're going down.
Exactly.
So that is a part of it I like. I love him in run fits. He does a great job. He's pretty good at blitzing. But I will disagree a little bit because I think Azeez is a better flash player. He makes these flash plays and huge plays where I think Dre's more consistently makes the plays. Then you have Azeez that will miss tackles, struggle at times, but then he makes this huge tackle for loss, and you're like, whoa, or he'll make an interception. Those are the kind of things Azeez add.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a perfect complement of players as a linebacker group. These three guys together, as constituted, are the best linebacker group in the NFL. And I'm excited to see what they do together because we haven't really got to see all three guys healthy together. And
not much, huh?
No, we really haven't. And I think that they both have a tremendous amount of ability. And I think having both those guys is actually going to allow Fred to play the way Fred wants to play.